It's 2019 and women are still fighting for equal pay.
Ever since the beginning of humanity, women have been treated less than men in all parts of the world. Even to this day, they are not treated with the same rights or respect as us men. Women are discriminated mostly in the workplace.
Hard fact is that women run only 4% of companies in the Fortune 500, and a new study shows almost twice as many women as men say they've been turned down for a job because of their sex.
Studies have shown that about 49% of women who say their workplace is mostly male say sexual harassment is a problem where they work. A far smaller share of women who work in mostly female workplaces, 32%, say the same. This shows the difference when women must work with men. Another issue among the workplace for women is the salary difference. Overall, women who were full-time year-round employees made 82.3 cents for every dollar men made in 2019. This was based on median earning data from the Census Current Population Survey. That means women are paid 17.7% less than men, earning $10,157 less than men yearly. This means if a woman and a man had the exact same job, the male would get paid much more than the female. Also, when asked how often they feel they must prove themselves at work to be respected by their coworkers, 25% of women in majority male workplaces say they must do this all the time, compared with 13% of women who work in majority female workplaces. In conclusion to that statement, women who work with more male-oriented jobs feel that they must prove themselves all the time to be respected.
So women are protected against adverse employment actions by federal and state legislation, but they are also protected against sexual harassment in the workplace. This might not seem like discrimination right away, but if you think of discrimination as negative treatment based on one's membership in a specific group, then it starts to make sense. It makes even more sense when you read about some of the things that women have had to go through at work that have led to discrimination cases. I'm not going to go into graphic detail, but it's pretty horrible. You should know that there are two types of sexual harassment at work: quid pro quo and hostile workplace.
We've all seen and learned about a lot of women discriminations in our lives. We know how women were not able to vote until 1 century ago, and how we had to give them their own amendment just for this cause. It has not just been the U.S. who has discriminated against women. It is the entire world. Women have been treated as slaves just because of their gender. They have been used only for the purpose to reproduce, and much worse. Even though things have gotten better for females as time has gone by, things still are not fair for them to this day. For example, women work 2/3 of the world's working hours and produce half of the world's food, yet they earn only 10% of the world's income and own less than 1% of the world's property. That statistic is shocking when you really think about it. Men dominate this world and do not even work as much as women. This brings me to another controversial topic of maternity leave. For women that are pregnant and need to stay at home and take care of their newborn baby, they should be able to be paid on leave until they are ready to come back to their workplace. However, for most companies, this is not the case. Most companies decide to pay their newly mothers nothing. This is a problem because for most of these cases, this is the woman's only source of income to survive and provide for their family. This is another example on how females are not being treated morally correct.
For mistreatment. The laws and courts have recognized this, which is why women receive legal protections from discrimination. But women have made some gains, which is probably a result of their increasing presence in the workplace and power as voters. And if their strides toward greater equality on the job and elsewhere continue, I'd say that's a very good thing. It'd be nice if someday there was no need for a heightened level of scrutiny when it comes to laws concerning women. But we're not there yet, so the fact that anti-discrimination laws and intermediate scrutiny exist is also a good thing. Thank you.
We can all agree that females' rights have only gotten better and better as time has passed. But we can also agree on that their equal rights are still not at where they should be. It's a lengthy process to make sure the discrimination stops, but it is very doable and should be done extremely soon.